When we started with the vision of this gender-based violence project, from the initial stage, we recognized that we had to have a longer-term vision. But this was a very unique opportunity to work intimately with a partner who wasn't just investing her money, but investing herself.
Violence against women is one of the greatest epidemics of all time. Indeed, it is a pandemic. When it comes right down to it, it's the power of one.
We were so grateful for Indrani's contribution for this 3-year length, in that she is kind of, an added sauce, an added ingredient to what we bring to the table, in her ability to reach people at any level, any single level. And we realize it comes truly from her heart. So working with Indrani was also kind of testing ground as to how flexible and responsive we could be, while always keeping our eye on what our vision was, which was to prevent and eliminate gender-based violence in Trinidad and Tobago.
I had a crazy dream after I finished that triathlon when I was 50. Maybe I could affect gender violence initiatives globally. And then PSI found me, and they made it possible.
One of the strengths of PSI's network is our ability to tap into our global alliances, including our ambassadors, one of which is Mandy Moore. So when Mandy Moore agreed to come to Trinidad and Tobago with Indrani to do our Make It Stop launch, to kind of, publicize this campaign that we were ready to embark upon, it was a tremendous experience.
What PSI really excels in is taking the lessons that they've learned from their programs and their partners and applying them to new initiatives. For example, in launching its new initiative yesterday to end gender-based violence, PSI has asked its local partners who've already been working in the field what their needs were, and then launched this campaign to help reach those needs.
Of course, just the hype about Mandy being in Trinidad was phenomenal, but what it did also was create public interest around the issue.
I'm Mandy Moore. Join me and PSI-Caribbean. Take action, speak out, make it stop.
When it comes to the Make It Stop campaign, what I find most interesting is that PSI here in Trinidad has gotten with groups that are already on the ground offering services to the community in the gender-based violence sort of community, and have figured out what the gaps are and what the needs are, and sort of bridged those together and created an entire campaign, the Make It Stop campaign, around those needs.
We have made a strategic decision to focus on young people, as we believe this generation has the power to change all of the ills that we've had in our society.
To address gender-based violence, we cannot have a unilateral approach. We cannot just look at girls and women, although we absolutely recognize that they are disproportionately affected by issues of gender-based violence, violence against women. We see it in the media, we see it clearly, but we cannot do this without men and boys.
I think we need to focus on boys. Men perpetrate violence in society against other men and against women. And only by focusing on the people who perpetrate violence in society can we address the issue. Women aren't supposed to have to protect themselves. We have to protect each other.
Home and start from home.
We know that we have to involve every single facet of society, from a life cycle approach, beyond the genders, recognizing all the social issues that exist.
From little, I was taught, if he didn't hit me, then the love wasn't real. I could remember speaking to my friend Susie. She telling me, oh, my man abusing me. I ignored her advice, but little did I know that will almost cost me my life.
One of the most powerful aspects of this project, I would say it's the Youth Empowerment Program. We had intense training of facilitators to actually implement the program. And then when we rolled it out in key institutions such as Serval and Whitehap, the St. James Police Youth Club.
Hi, good morning. We're here at Whitehap Maloney, where we just spent the last 12 weeks rolling out our Youth Empowerment Program.
It was with the intention that we weren't just creating a PSI group, we were adding value to institutions that exist already.
Gender-based violence is something that's very serious in society now, and it's something that we should really look into and consider and really take it seriously.
What really stuck out to me was the physical violence, because we actually have a lot of that in our schools, and I realized this is a very
good program that you can go to schools and help those children.
We truly believe that people in Trinidad and Tobago really want to help and support each other. And where we're bringing the elements of how do we use the correct language? How do we engage with persons with the right elements? This is what they appreciated from PSI, and we appreciated as well that they trusted us enough to come into a space and to go again for the long haul.
Do not beat women. Women are made there to make love to, not to beat like a drum.
It's been an amazing journey with the partners on the ground, building coalitions with them, supporting the coalition to end child marriage with Winard and all the other amazing partners, and working with Indrani has been a gift beyond what we, I think, even realized.
What we can do to reduce significantly the violence that is taking place in our society. And that is the importance of a program such as this.
We can end gender-based violence. Make it stop.
When we're thinking about the space, this present time we're in, we're imploring partners, state agencies, corporate agencies, philanthropists, people in the community, at the quasi, at the bus stops, everyone to do what we can as a community, as a nation, as individuals, to make violence stop.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
The silence deafens.